Lore Olympus is a cultural phenomenon in the Western comics world, and its production and distribution model has destroyed the model that publishers like Marvel and DC are using. In fact, Lore Olympus has disrupted the comics industry so much that I think it's nuts that the big players like Marvel and DC aren't going all in on this kind of content. So in this video, we're going to talk about how Lore Olympus disrupted an entire industry and what Marvel and DC comics can learn from this. As well, we're going to be drawing a page from my own personal series, The Girl with the Mega Fist, which launches on Kickstarter volumes 1, 2, and 3, February 15th of this year. Hit the link in the description down below to sign up. Okay, let's talk about this. Lore Olympus has amassed over 1 billion views and 6 million subscribers, with an average like count of around 200,000 per episode. It was originally on Webtoon's Canvas, which is a free platform that any creator can load their webcomic on, and it was eventually picked up by Webtoon's Originals. What this means is that Webtoons pays the creator, Rachel Smith, every episode to upload her comic on there, and then they represent her comic. This is a crazy model because with all of Webtoon's comics, they're free first. Like, they're digitally free. You can go right now onto Webtoon and look up Lore Olympus, and you can read every chapter for free. Now, how do they make money? They make money off of advertisements on the platform. They make money off of these coins that readers can pay to read the next 3 episodes ahead of everyone else. But then also the comic can make money in the print distribution, and that's what Lore Olympus has done, is that when the book went to print, it immediately became a New York Times bestseller. Now, if you didn't know, in order to become a New York Times bestseller, you have to pre-sale 50,000 to 100,000 copies. So the fact that Lore Olympus did that before it was even put out into stores is nuts. And as well, the creator can also launch a Patreon and make money as well. And I know at one point Rachel Smith was making around $12,000 to $15,000 a month on her Patreon before she took it down. Now, this model goes against everything that Marvel and DC have done their entire lifespan. And it's scary for a lot of creators to think about, because if you go into this digital first mindset and give your comic away for free, there's massive potential that you are not going to make a cent off of your work. The risk to reward factor is huge. There's massive risk. You might not make any money. It might not even be popular. And then the reward, though, however, is tremendous, because you can be getting millions and millions of views off of your comic. So it's kind of like this all or nothing game when it comes to this digital first model. And it's crazy to me that Marvel and DC, that have capital in order to do these kind of risky ventures, it's crazy to me that they aren't doing more of this. Now, I know that DC Comics has started to do more, has partnered with Webtoon. We have the Bat Family Webtoon, we have the Zatanna Webtoon. I think the Bat Family one is the more popular one, but the fact that they're not doing more of this is nuts. And what's crazy is this: the average age of a Marvel Comics reader is probably in the 40 to 60 age. They're missing a whole generation of readers. In fact, Dan Didio, who was one of the publishers at DC Comics before he left, he said that one of the biggest failings of the big two, DC and Marvel, was the fact that they skipped a generation of readers. Where is this generation of readers? They're on Webtoons. They're on Tapas. They're reading these digital first comics. They are becoming more and more popular. In fact, in a recent article where it talked about the top 20 graphic novels that were sold, in one of the categories, it was literally all Webtoon type books. Like stories that were originally free for the public to read online, digital first. When they went into print, they destroyed the sales. They destroyed sales. Lore Olympus, I think, took up like 5 out of the 20 slots, and then you had like Solo Leveling and a bunch of other Webtoon to print books. And now I'm seeing more and more of these. I'm seeing True Beauty on Amazon as a print book. Solo Leveling has around 5 volumes. Solo Leveling is now becoming an anime. You have Tower of God, which is a webtoon that turned into an anime. You have God of High School, which is also turned into an anime via Crunchyroll. And so this digital first mindset is creating tons of fandom over these books. And then when they turn into print books, these companies might go, oh, why would they buy the print book when they could read it for free. Well, there is still a market for print. People still want print copies. Yes, Lore Olympus, let's say Lore Olympus sold 100,000 copies. That's not, that's not as good as her 6 million subscribers, but that's still 100,000 copies. There's not one comic book right now, graphic novel, that's selling easily 100,000 copies, like that, just like that. And so the fact that a digital first comic can do that is nuts. Now, if you're an indie creator, like someone like me who's an indie creator, you go, well, what's the benefit of doing this? I use like places like Kickstarter and Indiegogo to fund my books. Why would I do a digital first? Well, if we look at the creator of Let's Play, which is a popular webtoon, the creator's name goes by Mongi. She has one of the top 10 best-selling Kickstarters of all time. Anytime that she puts her Let's Play volumes on Kickstarter, they fund easily in the $300,000 to $400,000 range. She is in the top 10 most successfully funded Kickstarters, and she has a digital first model. And this is something that I think a lot of indie creators can easily adapt to. Obviously, how do I make money? There are ways to make money. What I think is crazy, though, is that these companies like Marvel and DC Comics, they still are so afraid to do this digital first model, when in reality, they are the ones who should be going all in on this because they have the money to. There should be kids reading weekly Batman stories on their phone. There should be kids weekly reading new Spider-Man stories on their phone. But there aren't. And so because these stories aren't being given out, where are they going? These kids are reading Lore Olympus. They're reading manga. They're reading Dragon Ball Z. They're reading Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen. And then for the girls, what are they reading? They're reading Lore Olympus. They're reading True Beauty. They're reading Let's Play. The DC and Marvel are losing out on a massive group of readers because they're not doing this digital first model. And if I was to go in front of them and they were to go, show me the proof that this model works, I would point myself to Lore Olympus. I would point and go, look at Lore Olympus. Look at what Rachel Smith has done with her one story. Why aren't you guys doing the same? And this is why the Marvel and DC model of making comics and distributing comics is completely outdated. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Thank you so much to my patrons who make it possible for me to make these videos and my own comics and manga. In fact, the page that you saw me draw is from Volume 3 of my series, The Girl with the Mega Fist. Check it out, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And we're going to be launching Volume 3 on Kickstarter starting February 2023. Link in the description for you to sign up. You can get all 3 volumes during this campaign. You can also get them on my website. Thank you guys so much. You have a great day. Peace.